right? So there are three main categories where what are available. So there are multi-dimensional analysis or online analytical processing. So this is like the systems, your ERP systems or your cloud-based accounting systems or your financial systems. So those are the OLAP systems. And then you do some data mining for like data analysis. You have big data, credit card data, your consumer behavior data, your on search data, meta search data, and then you do data mining to understand the customer behaviors, to understand the ideal purchase behaviors of the customers. It's a lot of data mining techniques are there. And then finally there are certain specific decision support systems which are meant for specific industries. They are not general ones, they are like, you can consider them expert systems. So these are the three type of systems that business intelligence usually is applications are used for analyzing the data. So this MLAAP or the multidimensional analysis or online analytical procedures usually involves, so what they do basically is like your ERP and your systems, which whatever you are using for your operational control, for your accounting, for your finance, for HRIS. So what they normally do is they do three functions. One is involve the slicing and dicing of data that is stored in a format, drill down the data into greater details, and then aggregate the data. So basically there are three different concepts. In one way, we slice the data into different silos so that we can understand them, and we drill down certain consolidated data in order to get more details, and we aggregate back the data. If we have already drilled down, then you can or you have the data which is too detailed, you can summarize the data to make sense of it. So let me give you a little bit of overview of what is the slicing, dicing, and other things. So we will not at the end of the day, I will give you an Excel file to try and do this thing. You can use the pivot table to do this slicing, dicing, and aggregating. So basically, drill down. Yeah, drill down. So what's the meaning of drill down is, if you any of you have used the pivot tables. How many of you have used pivot tables in your work life? Or
I use.
who has not used it? Maybe I should ask it this way. Who has not used pivot table?
I'm not used. I'm not used.
Okay, two. Okay.
I also not used.
Aha, three. Okay. So 3 out of 18 have not used pivot tables. So in Excel, there is a option called pivot table, which is basically what they do is you have the data like this in this format, which is on the right side, my right side, maybe your right side also. Country, salesperson, order date, order ID, ordered amount, detailed, right? So what normally it's done is through the pivot table we summarize the data, make into bigger one, right? So we can say, okay, quarter one, which salesperson has how much say order amount, quarter two, which salesperson and how much order amount, third quarter, fourth quarter, like this. So when you are in pivot in Excel table, when you want to get the detail of this 22,719 sale of Mr. Buchanan in quarter one, you want to know if you want to know the detail, and you click on it, double click on it, and there is a detail which is given on the side. This is called drilling down, right? From the summarized version going back to the details is called drill down, and aggregate would definitely depend will be the other way around. So getting from the detailed data back to the summary will be calling aggregate. So this is one way of aggregating or summarizing the data. So for example, you are running a store, right, or the city mart. So there are multiple customers who are coming and buying thousands of transactions uh, maybe buying milk, maybe buying this, maybe buying the bread or whatever. And there are many different ways of making payments. They are different. They can be paid by credit card, they can pay by cash, by wallet, by even within the wallet they can use the AGD Pay, OnePay, CB Pay, wallet, or any other wallet for that matter. Or they may be using their vouchers or their coupon codes for from their member or loyalty membership to get the discount or to even to get a free materials. So there are different ways, and then some of them may be a loyal customer, means they are keep coming. Some of them will be a new customer, some of them may be a regular customer, but they are not, they don't have the city card, right? So normally what the city mart would want to do is they have the whole data, they have the complete data. E- either the system will give them the consolidated reports, which product was sold today, how many, how it was sold, it was sold in cash, it was sold in credit card, uh, how many times it was sold, in how many orders, who was there anybody who buy the bulk quantities. So this way the city mart can actually understand which product is more successful, which product is not successful, which product is being sold in bulk, or which product is sold by every order, so everybody is buying it, how many percent of the orders bought something. So that help them to define whether they should keep the product or they should not keep the product, whether they should increase the price or they should put a sale or weekend sale. Okay, you buy this, buy one get one discount, because they may be near expiry. So this is the implication. So the way to do it is either drill down into details or we do an aggregate, because then now we have multiple rows and we drill up, means we aggregate to get a summary by salesperson. So this is the one way of doing things. The other thing is called slicing, right? So slicing means you have the summary now, but you want to get the slice by Q. So means peacock, levering, fueler. So this is called slicing. So you get one by one slice like a bread, right? So you have a one complete loaf, which is 1.2 million grand total, and then you slice it by the salesperson. Now there can be another way of cutting it, which is called dicing. After you have already done it, you dice it by quarter. So you can say, okay, now quarter one, Buchanan how much, quarter two, Buchanan how much, quarter three, Buchanan how much. So this is called dicing. So this is the three four main things that the data analysis is using. Almost everything in a normal analytical procedures, not in data mining, but in the ERPs, that's what they are doing. They are either aggregating the data or they are detailing the data. They are slicing it or dicing it. So that's what basically they do. These are the four main functions that the softwares are performing when they are presenting the reports to for your consideration. Now, the data mining is different operation. So data mining, what normally they are doing is the meaning of data mining is we are trying to search for a valuable business information in a large database or a data warehouse or a data mart. What is the meaning of data warehouse or data mart or a large database? I will explain to you tomorrow when I'm going to explain the what is data and how we maintain the data in our softwares, and what are the data warehouses. So I will explain that later on. For this point of time, you just understand is like in Excel file you have maybe 100,000 rows of data. So what data mining will do basically is to search the valuable business information. So by slicing and dicing, you can just only get the aggregates or you can get the details of the data, but there are much more to it, right? So for example, you may be interested to know um, if how many peoples are buying bread and beer together. There was a study done where they wanted to understand how many peoples are buying a beer and diapers together. So means that who bought it, right? Maybe the in the US, when father is going to buy buy the diapers, they normally buy the peers as well. So this was one of the discovery from the data mining, that these two things are bought together. So what the store started to do is they place the diapers near to the beer section, so that when somebody is coming to the buy the diapers, they would buy the beer immediately, also easily. So when you might be observing in the stores like City Mart or Family Mart or the things, the items on the shelves are changing, right? They change the positions of the items. Sometimes you might be wondering why they keep certain items together even though they don't make sense, because they may be looking at the data, how the what is the consumer behavior, what two things are bought together. So what they do is they will put those things together to make a business decision. So business decisions are coming out of data mining. So these are the basically two data mining operations. One is understanding the trends and behaviors, predict the trends and behaviors, or identify unknown patterns. So maybe you didn't know earlier about your business, but they may be coming in. So there may be some new disease which is coming out of certain association. So you basically try to connect the dots between the cause and the effect. So that is the purpose of the data mining and predicting the behavior. So basically, for example, if let's say you are saying in a microfinance company, one of the student is from microfinance. So what you are doing is you will be looking at your defaults, right? In the organization, say, okay, how many people are defaulting and what are the characteristics of those defaulters. What is their income level, are they married, where are they living, what did they buy. So these are or maybe some there are other factors. So what you will do is the data mining, normally they make algorithms, and then they, whenever the new customer is coming in, whenever you want to add a profile of a new customer, those algorithm will push us, say, okay, this may be a potential defaulter, so that you can understand if this person is going to be a defaulter or not going to be a defaulter. Now this is not 100% correct information, because this is just an estimation. So it may be correct or it may not be correct. For example, if you have observed in the when you are searching for any, you start to search maybe a beer name tomorrow in a Google search. A day later, when you are searching again on any other website, you will start seeing the advertisements for those companies or related to those companies. So what is happening is, when the Google is when you are searching, Google is looking at your data, and what, so they are trying to understand what do you need at this point of time. And what they will do is they will match, if there is anybody in Myanmar who is offering the same services, they will try to match. So they will show their ads to you specifically, so that they can match the behavior, because they know you are you are wanting these things, so maybe you are potentially buying it. If you have done any Facebook ad, so what basically they are doing is they are also doing the data mining. So when you are selecting an advertisement and when you want to create a new ad into the Facebook, they will ask you, what is your objective? You want people to like your post, or you want people to click on your post and go to your website? So what they are doing is basically they are monitoring your behavior on Facebook. They are looking at, are you liking the post, or you are clicking the post, or you are sharing the post, or you are just bypassing everything. So if you are bypassing, they are less likely to show you any ads, because you are not engaging with it. And they, if once you are watching the videos, then they know that you are watching the videos. They will show you the video ads more of, rather than the news feed ad. If you are clicking and somebody has said that I want only likes, and you are not liking the post, so that advertisement is not going to be shown to you. So what is happening is, the through the data mining operations, Facebook is trying to match your behavior with the custom, with the desired behavior, or with the desired behavior of marketing agency. So that is the power of data mining. So these are the two basic data mining operations: predicting the trends and behaviors, identify the patterns. Now, the third system, we will be discussing more about the data mining in our coming session. This is just an overview. Now, the third system in the business intelligence is called decision support systems. So, in decision support systems, they are expert systems usually. What they are doing is they will be doing sensitivity analysis. Their main task is to do sensitivity analysis. So, what they will do is they will get the inputs, and then they will do a sensitivity. Means how what is the minimum level I need to achieve if I need to remain the profitable. Uh, what will be the impact of 1% change in the inflation of on my project. So these are called sensitivity analysis. So you will be doing that. What if analysis means you will be given an input, and the system will be designing the models for you, that what if happens, what if the political coup continue to go for 28 days, what will happen. uh, these are different models. So we have to build those models in the system, and then the system will be able to do some predictions based on assumptions that we are giving to them, so that they can help us to make an assessment for our uncertain futures. So the accuracy of those things will definitely depend on how well you have done the assumptions. So they are very subjective in the nature. They cannot be 100% relied on. Then there are goal seek analysis. Means in order to achieve a profitability, how many items I need to sell. So that is a goal seek analysis, right? So they explain the backward analysis. If you say I want 20% IRR on my project, but so only thing I can change is the price. So how much price I need to charge if I need to get a 20% IRR on my project. So this is a goal seek analysis. It's a representing the backward solution approach. So you know the goal, and then now you are working backwards. So all these three things are available in Excel. If you want to do if you want to try it, they are in the data analysis tab. You can create small models and work on it. Tomorrow, if we have sufficient time, maybe I will try to show you a couple of examples how you can use the sensitivity analysis and what if analysis and goal seek analysis for making the data with the help of very simple examples.